Yes guys, welcome back to more GBFC. In today's video, we are going to break down the simply sensational football match. Barcelona 3, Inter Milan 3 in the Champions League semi-final, first leg in Barcelona. This game was absolutely incredible. We have to go into all of the details of this one. It is one of the greatest football matches you might ever see. And I don't throw that phrase around lightly. It was magnificent. Lamine Yamal's 100th game for Barcelona. And I tell you what, this guy could get 1,000 games for Barcelona. He is something else. These are the two lineups that we're going to go with. We're not just going to look at SofaScore today because there's too much to go through. 4-2-3-1 for Barcelona, 3-5-2 for Inter Milan, but we've got to begin in the 14th second because it tells us so much about how this game is going to go. You can see here, this is Marcus Thuram with his back into the Barcelona defender. Barcelona are playing such a high line, even in the first few seconds, that Denzel Dumfries is already seeing an opportunity to make a run down this line at the back here. Few seconds later, 6 seconds in fact, you've got Denzel Dumfries here, and then you've also got DiMarco down the bottom. Both of Inter Milan's wingbacks, 20 seconds into the game, are the most advanced players for Inter Milan, and then just a few seconds later, Marcus Thuram, the striker, finds himself in the box and he tucks it in with a quite exquisite finish from this position. 30 seconds into a Champions League semi-final, the quickest goal by an Inter Milan player in the Champions League semis, maybe the quickest ever in this competition in the semi-finals, and it's Barcelona 0, Inter Milan 1. Then we fast forward to the 11th minute of the game. The 12th minute, Lamine Yamal finds a little pocket of space, something that we will see time and time again in this game. And somehow, with 3 Inter Milan players in front of him, 4 in fact, if you include Mkhitaryan who's running in, he finds a pass and it finds Torres on the edge of the area who hits it just wide of Yann Sommer's post. Then, you think by this point, all right, Barcelona are at home, Inter Milan, as you can see from this chart here, playing kind of a counter-attacking, waiting, biding for their moment with that 3 at the back system. That was their main moment in this game, in the first 30 seconds of it. And you can see the momentum chart for the rest. It is all Barcelona. However, that is not the case because it is then 2-0 in the 21st minute of the game. Denzel Dumfries with a quite remarkable volley, borderline overhead kick. Barcelona are stunned. It's 2-0 to Inter Milan. And then, all of a sudden, Lamine Yamal decides, you know what? I'm not just any average 17-year-old. This is the Champions League semi-final, the biggest stage, my 100th game for Barcelona. And all I can say to you guys, how, a few seconds later than this, does this kid, like he's literally a 17-year-old kid. He's still doing lessons in school. How does this guy go from there and run all the way over here? Stunning. That ball is right there in the middle of him. And he has managed to put it past Yann Sommer off the post, literally 4 minutes after Barcelona are like, well, we've conceded from a corner. I don't know what's going to happen in this game. Inter Milan, they're so clinical. They come forward, they get a chance, they score a goal, and Lamine Yamal has just shown up and been like, nah, this is my turf. No one is coming here and doing that to us. And it was a quite magnificent goal. And we're going to talk about him more, but let's just take a look at the average position that he takes up during this game. Inter Milan, Mkhitaryan, for example, right, is what, 20 years older than Lamine Yamal? He never wants to see this kid again. I swear to you. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Scores a goal from an XG of 0.18. Expected assist 0.3, but this is why I said we can't just look at SofaScore to explain what happens in this game, because after that goal goes in, right, this is what happens literally 2 minutes later. How does he get from this position here and then end up here, forcing Sommer into an unbelievable save to tip the ball onto the crossbar? I'm saying it again. This kid is 17 years old. We talk about Wonder Kid. We say the word superstar, but this guy is officially that. So he goes from this position here, literally 2 minutes after scoring a worldie in a semi, ends up here, and he almost scores again. Would that have been the best, double goal in the space of 3 minutes in Champions League history? It might have been. It was so good. This is the high line once more. This is an opportunity here. The Inter Milan, they've got the ball just here. Let me try and put the box over him here. And if we draw a circle, Here's Dumfries again, over on that far side. They don't actually play that pass at this opportunity, but this is what made this game so interesting, because Barcelona are incessant on playing this high line around here, and Thuram might be offside on countless occasions. The Inter Milan players in the middle are finding those balls over to Dumfries on the wing, who put in a quite sensational performance. I can sit here waxing lyrical about just how good Lamine Yamal is. We haven't even got to Rafinha yet, because there's just so much to unpack from this game. So many moments, but Inter Milan, Inzaghi, massive credit. We've spoken a lot on More GBFC about this formation this season with Nuno, with Crystal Palace, but this is on another level for Inter Milan. Dumfries, what a player. 2 goals and an assist on the night. It is a remarkable performance from him. Barella, Çalhanoğlu, Mkhitaryan was absolutely ran ragged, right? He's 36. He's literally 19 years older than Lamine Yamal, and DiMarco is one of the best wing-backs in football / fullbacks, and you know, they didn't have an answer for this guy. Serbi, 37, in the Inter Milan backline too. Let's take a little look here at the Barcelona equaliser. This is, if we just circle him here, Rafinha. You can see the ball is coming towards him. You've got Ferran Torres making a run, and somehow that ball manages to perfectly make its way into there, and it is 2-2. Barcelona, for a team that is still very young, Hansi Flick deserves so much credit for what he has done with these players. If we take a look at the ages, obviously they've got some experience in there with Inigo Martinez, Szczesny, but we're talking about an 18-year-old in the back line, 22-year-old Pedri, 17-year-old Yamal. It's a young Barcelona team, but it's got the perfect balance between youth and experience. So, 3-2 to Inter Milan, and you guessed it, it is another corner. The ball is played in, and it is that man again in the middle, Denzel Dumfries, getting up above the Barcelona defenders, and it's 3-2 to Inter Milan. And this is why we can say so much about the brilliance and what you see with the naked eye with a Rafinha, Yamal. But the way that Inter Milan have managed to squeeze as much out of this first leg as possible is absolutely brilliant. And you can see here, they go 3-2 up. Barcelona are never leading in this match, which is simply sensational from Inter Milan, considering the dominance that was on show. Oh, this goal it goes down in history as an own goal, but can we just please talk about this goal and not call it an own goal? Because the corner comes in. Lamine Yamal, the 17-year-old here in a semi-final, has got the call from Rafinha, who is 30 yards out behind him? This is the point of contact with the ball from Rafinha, okay? He's still about 30 yards out. You've got the entire Inter Milan team to beat, and a very competent, athletic, agility goalkeeper in Jan Sommer, and you've probably only got this pit of the crossbar and this little area of the pitch. You see this, where my cursor is there? That's the only thing Rafinha's got to aim at. So what does he do? Oh, he hits it all right. He absolutely hits it. Let me try and zoom into this a little bit more. There's Jan Sommer. He's got absolutely nothing to do with this. He goes for it. It's hit so perfectly on here where the dot is. Hits Sommer in the back, and it's an own goal. I mean, I'm sorry. Rafinha is the top scorer in this competition this season, and that is an unbelievable strike. Like, the more I go into this video, the more we go into these moments, I'm like, this is one of the best Champions League games you will ever see. Inter Milan leading 2-0, 2-2, 3-2 Inter against the run of play, and then the quality on show, man. Chelsea, please get back in this competition. I need to be watching this every night of the flipping week. And then it's almost 4-3. Inter Milan score from here. And you can see I'm going to draw the line for you. Do you know what? I'm going to do it in the style of VAR as well. Ooh, there you go. Little curve in the middle. We don't do straight lines here, do we? We're using preview to review these videos. Smack a like if you're enjoying yourself, by the way. But Dumfries again, here he is on that right-hand side for Inter Milan. The ball's played across, and it is offside. It's the correct decision. I'm not going to sit here and say the referee's ruined this game. He hasn't. It's almost 4-3 to Inter Milan. No goal given. Correct decision. And then, we've got more moments to talk about, don't we? Because this, let me draw a circle around him again in case you missed him. This is Lamine Yamal, right? The ball has come across. The ball is now being played over here. And I've watched this about 100 times. And I'm telling you now, I still don't know how he has managed to get this ball to go into the crossbar with Rafinha making this run towards the far post. It hits the bar, but like technique-wise, can somebody elaborate? Can someone explain and pluck from the footballing gods what he's done here? Because it is an unbelievable piece of vision, first of all, to even see the run from Rafinha. I probably should have got this about maybe a millisecond before to illustrate it better. But it's just unbelievable. It's absolutely incredible. It comes off the crossbar. Obviously, they don't score. The scoreline is still 3-3, but the game isn't over, ladies and gentlemen, because this is the 20th screenshot of the match. 91st minute, here's Rafinha again. He is once more, this time on his left foot, again, 30 yards from goal, and he has pinged this one. I don't know what that line's doing there. It's like an aeroplane going off course. And Sommer has made an unbelievable save to tip it over the bar. But this is in the 91st minute. We've had 6 goals of the highest quality. We've had multiple attempts from Yamal off the crossbar, disallowed goals from Inter Milan, and yet still the Champions League delivers at the death. And it's an unbelievable save. And I think what makes this game so good is you've got these players, right, that can have these incredible moments. But you've also got a goalkeeper who is, 36 years old? With a 37-year-old centre-back in front of him, up against these youngsters. Like, this is one of those games where, when you look at it, there's so much big experience on the pitch, but so much young, youthful quality in that Barcelona team. It's absolutely cancelled each other out perfectly. This is an iconic game of football, right? You've got a free-flowing, attacking Barcelona team here, playing in a 4-2-3-1, Hansi Flick as a manager. You've got Inzaghi, Simone Inzaghi, the Inter Milan manager. Honestly, I think this is one of the best games. I have to cover this in a full video here on more GBFC because everyone was talking about, Arsenal PSG. PSG win 1-0. They do the job, but my word, was this a game of football. I'm having to catch my breath at the end of this one too. And I just find it incredible how this evening I'm going to wake up at flipping 12:30 in the morning to do a live stream to watch your Gordon versus Chelsea. Poke my eyes out with a stick, please. Honestly, what a game of football. What an incredible game of football. Barcelona 3, Inter Milan 3. Tell me a better game this season. Tell me a better game. The quality on show was simply remarkable. And to go to Milan now, I'm not going to rule out this Inter Milan side, because Bissek, what a defender, by the way. What an incredible, incredible defender. We'll look at the ratings just because I don't think it was the most important thing. 8.4, it should be 84.0. Dumfries should be a 90.0 out of 10. It's unbelievable. What a game of football. Subscribe to more GBFC if you're new and you haven't already done so. And drop a like if you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed that game, because bloody hell. See you tomorrow.